remembered that I got my wig on. Let me put my wig on. Y'all know you gotta look pretty before you record a video, right? Okay. It's a little extra, but you know what? I love being extra. And I'm gonna go a little extra for y'all today on this tutorial. Welcome back. Hey, and it's your homegirl, Siobhan. It's great having you on my channel. If you are new to my channel, you are welcome to join the Crazy Glam fam. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So, I'll be sharing with you guys my first impressions on NYX foundation. This is their Total Control Drop Foundation. It is a foundation that delivers the amount of coverage you want based on the amount of drops you put on your brush. This foundation retails for about $14 if you are in the US and about $16 to $18 if you live in Canada. It comes in about 24 different shades, which is actually really good. The shades, I believe, they vary from your very light, like your vanilla flavors shade, all the way to your caramel mocha skin tone, all the way to your chocolate mocha vanilla shade, and all the way to your chocolate mocha skin tone shade. And then we go deeper into the shade of your, which is like a chocolate mocha lava cake skin tone. There's a lot of like drugstore brand foundations out there. Like, I go to find my color, and you know what, the struggle is so real. It's like, come on, seriously? You forget, like, they're like chocolate flavor people who requires darker shades too. Like, come on, other companies needs to get with it. But I'm really liking the fact that there is 24 shades. 24 shades, like, that's awesome. Comes in like a, I think like a, what do you call this stuff? A dripper, a scientific thing that you use in like labs to drip, drop. It comes with one of those things in the bottle. So if you put like 2 drops, you're gonna get a light coverage. If you put more than like 4 drops based on this box here, you're gonna get like an intense full coverage. It said that it's about a velvety matte finish. So it's gonna be a matte finish, but kind of velvety at the same time. So if you like that velvety matte finish, I believe this foundation may just be for you. But if you're not looking for the velvety matte finish, then it may not be for you. Let me just open up this box here so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. So this is what the bottle looks like. I feel like it's kind of small, don't you think? Like, I'm so used to my foundation bottles being like a heck of a big. Like, this is 13 ml. This is like really small, I must say. Kind of, I don't know about that one, because the other foundations that I have, for example, my Match Master, 35 ml. And then if you go to the drugstore brand, I'm looking at my Maybelline, which I feel retails about similar price to the NYX foundation, 30 ml. So getting a lot of a heck of a more foundation with those other brands compared to this bottle here. It's like, it's small. It kind of reminds me of like a jumbo nail polish bottle. Clearly, like, this foundation, it's quite smaller compared to the other bottles of foundation. It's really small, so I don't know how long this foundation will last you. If you're going through your foundation like quite often, you might need to change this up quite often. I'm gonna try it on, and I'll wear it on throughout the day. Give you guys my feedback on how I feel it wears in terms of longevity and like the finish afterwards, because sometimes, you know, when you put on a foundation, it looks legitly mint, and then afterwards, a couple of hours, it just shrivels and dribbles like a prune, and it makes your skin look like one hot potato mess. So I feel like, you know, just wearing on the foundation for a few hours, then coming back to y'all and letting y'all see what it looks like, that's going to be the ideal thing. So let's just jump right into this tutorial of this first impression. So first, I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face. I feel like it's a little cracky dry right now. Like, I can feel like the concrete's just like, it's seeping through my face. You know, it feels real dry. So I'm going to go ahead with my Dr. Brandt moisturizer to just give my skin some extra, like, you know, like, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Going in with my primer just to like smoothen out my skin and fill in the pores, because, you know, whenever I put on some foundation, and then sometimes I get like little pores that's just like singing hallelujah, hello, how are you? They're trying to communicate with me, but I don't want to communicate with those pores. So I feel like this product right here, it's gonna blur out those pores, so they are gonna look magnificent. Like it has like little golden glitter in it, so it really gives me that woof. I'm going to go ahead and color correct around my mouth there, where it's a little bit darker than the rest of my face, and I want to be sure that I'm getting the best coverage with this product that I'm about to use, this total coverage. Y'all know you got to cover up those little imperfections because sometimes the foundation is just not good enough. Even if it's like a really expensive foundation you're using and you have like that really dark stuff happening on your face or that light stuff or whatever it is, you do need to go in with your orange corrector or whatever corrector that's going to like neutralize your face, right? So for this foundation, I'm going to be doing one with a brush and the other with a beauty blender, and I'm going to see in terms of deliverance what's going to happen. I believe it's good to use the NYX Total Foundation brush. They actually have a foundation brush that they recommend for this foundation. The closest thing that I have to the Total Coverage Foundation brush by NYX is my Morphe brush. This is a dupe and it is the G33 brush. It is a little bit more smaller, but it has that nice density going and it's contoured and shaped, and it's a beautiful brush which I've never used before. It's actually my first time going to be using this brush, so I'm going to give this brush a go too with the foundation and see how it rolls together. I feel like I'm a scientist going to do like an experiment right now with the dripper. I think that's what it's called, the dripper. I'm going to drip some of that dripper onto my foundation. Start off with 3 drops on this brush and see how far it's going to take me. Now, I feel like it probably went all into the brush. Like I ain't getting no coverage here. I'm not even getting a total. I think this brush probably absorbed everything. Hello? Okay, nothing is coming on with this brush, so let's try just putting this thing on my face directly, because my brush literally just drank that totally. Ooh, that kind of feels sensual. It's just dripping all on my face like that. It's got some of my nose. Okay. You better not go up in my nose there, foundation. Like that's kind of weird. But now it has a really weird smell. I'm very particular when it comes to the scent of my foundation. And I'm not such a fan of the smell of this foundation. Clearly it looks like I'm going for a full coverage with this. And let's try this brush. I put on a lot of foundation. I feel like I'm just going to get it around my nose because the foundation fell around my nose and I feel like it's probably had entered into my nose. It's kind of weird feeling. It's blending in very nicely. It's like almost disappearing into my skin. Like the minute I pass the brush nearby it, it literally goes in to my skin and it looks like it's my skin, which is actually really good. I like that. I like that because you know there are some foundations you blend and you're like, no. I can definitely see the matte-ness on it. It's not shiny, it's not dewy, it's very natural. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender for the other half of my face. I want to see the coverage it's gonna give and if there's actually gonna be a difference in terms of the finish. Based on NYX, they claim that it's better to use a brush, but I want to give you all everything right now. I want to give you all the side with the brush and the side with the beauty blender, and then I'll determine what's popping with it, okay? I'm going to try putting it on my beauty blender this time. I'll just like give my beauty blender a foundation bath with this total coverage, because I'm already going full on coverage on this side, so I might as well just balance it out. So right away, this beauty blender is packing on a lot of the product. As you can see, the beauty blender, I don't know how many pumps, I might have like put like 5 pumps, so this is hell of a full of a coverage that I'm getting right now, and everything's just sitting on top of this beauty blender, as you can see, and it's going directly on my face. Now right off the bat, the foundation does look a little bit really red on my skin tone. We'll just have to blend that in and make it match. Okay, let's review this, look at this, and compare to both sides and see if there is a difference. Okay, so looking at comparing both sides, I do feel like I am getting a lot of coverage with the beauty blender versus the brush. The brush to me looks a lot more natural, more softer, more like skin to me, where I'm seeing a lot of total foundation on this side of my face versus this side. I'm totally not seeing a lot of total foundation on this side of the face, but I kind of like this side of the face because it looks more natural. What do y'all think? The beauty blender really bounced in the product nicely. It blended in really nicely, quickly. It was a lot easier for me personally, whereas with the brush I really felt like, okay, I had to like blend it in, you know, like it felt like a little makeup workout I had to do with blended in the foundation on this side. It feels really great, I must say. Right now we'll have to wait like later on when I'm going to give you guys the after effects on wearing it for like hours, how it's going to feel. But right now the foundation does feel lightweight, even though it is a lot of foundation that I feel like I put on. It feels super lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. I feel like my paws are breathing through the foundation. Like some of the foundations, you know, when you put it on and you feel like, oh my gosh, I got on foundation. Like this one, to be honest with you, I feel like I am not even wearing on any foundation. I'm gonna go ahead, complete my entire makeup, and I'll be right back to give y'all the finished look with the total foundation. I'll give you a little breakdown on what I did and what I did not do. So first, to begin, I put on a bit of a concealer under my eyes and on the center of my forehead. I didn't set my makeup today. I didn't bake, I didn't set, I didn't fry, I didn't cook, I didn't do any of that stuff. It's just the foundation. I put a little bit of blush on my cheekbone, a little bit of highlighter, and I kept everything else natural. I want to see if this foundation that I paid for like $16 is going to actually work. I want to see if it's actually going to keep that matte velvety finish. I'm going to go rock this makeup for about 6-7 hours. I hope it's going to be a total whole coverage foundation too, because there are some products that will say, oh, you're going to get a really nice matte finish, and then like 3 hours later you're looking like a grease ball where you are ready to fry some crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I've been wearing on the foundation for roughly 6 hours now. I noticed there is a huge difference on how the foundation feels on my skin after applying it till the 6-hour time that I've been wearing it on. I am not loving the feeling of it. Like, it feels very oily on my skin and very itchy. It feels so heavy. Like, I just want to grab some wipes right now and remove this. I feel like on this side where I use the beauty blender, it just feels so heavy, whereas on the side where I use the brush, it actually doesn't itch me as much. Homegirl is not a fan of this. Like, at my 4th hour wearing on this foundation, I literally wanted to throw in the towel and wipe my face off. The finish of the product was supposed to be a matte velvety finish, but I feel like it's becoming a little bit more of a dewier finish. Coverage wise, it's great. So itchy, oh my gosh. The color, it hasn't oxidized, which is a plus, because some other foundations you buy different brands and you put it on, it looks like your skin color, and then a few hours later you look like a friggin' dark Oreo cookie or some type of dark biscuit. If you want a foundation that is going to give you a lot lesser coverage, you can simply take your moisturizer or your primer and shear it down to get a sheer coverage. No matter what foundation you have, if it's like a very thick ass foundation, you can shear that foundation down. I do not like is the fact that you're only getting 13 ml for like $16. Like, hunky, you can finish that foundation in like 2 months, especially if you're like a foundation whore or a heavy foundation user. Within 2 months. That is my take on the NYX Total Coverage Drop Foundation. Out of a 10 though, I will give it a 6. Overall, would I wear this again? Probably. I will give it another try, and I will try using powders to set it this time around because I want to see how it works with powders. Let me know what other products you would like for me to review, and I got you.